you all, what is up? My mic was muted. I do apologize. What is up, you guys? We are tonight live from not only Facebook, not only YouTube, but as of tonight, we are actually live from Instagram. So, what is up, you all? So, look, y'all, we are excited to be here with you all tonight. We cannot wait to have this conversation with you all. And I got my sister up here with me, Miss Tevis. How you doing, sis? How you doing, sis? How you doing, Tevis?
I am good. Happy New Year to you. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Happy New
I'm
Year.
good. Happy New Year to
So
you. How are
let's
you?
go. Let's go. Let's go, y'all. With this show, and we're gonna
Can
start
you
it
hear
off with the
me?
theme song. Let's go.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me, Tevis? All right. Can you hear me, Tevis? All right, hold on, y'all. We was trying to do some multiple streaming. We might have to not do it that way. All right, Tevis, is it better now? All right, hold on 1 second, y'all. We're gonna be back. All right, y'all. We're gonna start it off with the theme song, and we will be back. When we come back, we will. When we come back, we will have everything going for you all, and we will be ready to go. So let's go. What is up? What is up? What is up? Everyone, everyone. It is another day, another time, and another week for Real Talk Monday.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I can't see your
Hello?
face. All right. Yep, I can hear you, sis. I can hear you. Can you hear me? Hold on 1 second, y'all. We're having some technical difficulties on Tevis's end. If y'all can hear us, please let us know in the
Can
comments.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Can you? Okay. Yeah, I can hear you now.
All right, all right, all right.
Uh,
So let's go, y'all. Let's go, let's go, let's go. And Tevis, let's start it off with prayer and then tell them what our topic is on tonight. Dear Lord Heavenly Father, we thank you for this day. We thank you for all that you have done and all that you are continuing to do for us in our life. We'd ask that you bless this show. We'd ask that you not only let us be godly, but let us be real as well. We'd ask that you take Tevis and I out of the way so that your name gets the glory, your name gets the honor, and your name gets the praise. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Amen. So tonight's topic is um about fit, friendly women. So men who desire fit women, but they're women, but the men lack the motivation, or
The
no,
woman lacks some
the
motivation.
women lacks the motivation. So men who desire fit conscious women, but their women lacks fitness motivation. So that is our topic for tonight. And as always, these are our experiences, perspectives, points of view. And of course, we're here to get everybody's perspectives, points of view, because um, body image, weight, fitness, internal health, physical health, mental health, spiritual health, all of this is a thing now. And of course, we definitely know when we see someone, we see that outer appearance first, right?
Right.
So again, men who desire fitness, women, but their women lack fitness motivation. So let's get started, James.
All right, all right, all right. Let's get started. And before we get started, I know we said that we would be on Facebook and YouTube. For some reason, I was getting a lot of feedback in my ear from the Instagram live. So we'll be sharing it to Instagram live later on. But tonight we'll just be on Facebook and YouTube. I'll try to figure out how I can keep it from getting that reverb in my ear. So the first question is, what does it mean? What does fit mean to you? What does fit mean to you?
So first, let's define it by what the experts say. So the experts define physical fitness as one's ability to execute daily activities with optimal performance, endurance, and strength with the management of disease, fatigue, and stress and reduce sedentary behavior. It also says fitness looks like someone who is strong and healthy, someone with a good amount of muscle mass, good cardiovascular endurance, and low body fat percentage. Fitness isn't about being skinny or looking a certain way. Being fit is a lot more than just looking sexy at the gym or in a bathing suit. You can look amazing and still be unhealthy. Being fit means that you have a body that is healthy and can endure the daily physical strains you put on it, like running a distance or picking up that big bag of mulch. Now, when you ask me what does fit mean to me it means being healthy in every aspect, physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, right? um I know that just because you're skinny doesn't mean you're healthy. I also know just because you have a little weight on you doesn't mean that you're unhealthy, right? So I think that for each person, fit means something different. When a man looks at a woman, when a woman looks at a man and think fit, their perceptions may not be the same as mine. Some men may want a super toned, supermodel, tiny woman. And some may like women my size, but goes to the gym or exercises daily, physically. Um, and is able to hold her own in activities. And some men may like women that are a little thicker. And I think for each own. So when I think of fit, I I think of someone like myself, that you may not be super toned, but you're not super heavy either, right? And this is not a ding against anyone that's small or not so small or the size that you want to be. Again, this is just terminology that we're using based off of knowledge, experience, and words used
Right.
today. So yeah, so that's what fit means to me.
Basically, I would say the same thing. Fit means to me being healthy, not only physically, but being healthy spiritually and mentally and
Mm-hmm.
emotionally. Because let's be real, when you are not good physically, mentally, or emotionally,
Mm-hmm.
you are gonna, if you're not good in one of those three areas, one of the other, then the other two areas is gonna falter as well. So if you're
Mm-hmm.
not healthy physically, you're not gonna be healthy mentally or spiritually a lot of the times. If you're
Mm-hmm.
not healthy spiritually, you're not gonna be healthy mentally or physically a lot of
Right.
the times.
Mm-hmm.
So you just have to make sure that you are doing the work to make sure that in every aspect of your life as you can, that you are staying fit.
Right. 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 I agree. I agree. Okay. Is there a way to tell your woman you want her to be healthy,
There's
or that
definitely way.
okay, go ahead.
For me, one way is like being like, babe, let's go to the gym together. Let's
Mhm.
like go to the gym together and have fun.
Mhm.
All right, babe, let's go exercising. Let's go riding on our bikes.
Mhm. Mhm. I
Or
agree.
like, babe, instead of drinking Coke today, let's drink water today.
Mhm.
Instead of eating this today, let's eat this today. Let's meal
Mhm.
prep. Let's prep for our meals. That way we can save money. You're making
Mhm.
it look like it's something else, but in all honesty, you are really doing it because you are concerned about their health.
Right, right, right. So it sounds like you're not making it a her thing. It's a let's
We,
together do this, right? And I
right.
think that's important both ways, right? If my guy could be a nice sized man, nice shape, but still eats unhealthy, or he feels like maybe his belly is getting a little big or his energy is lacking, I'm gonna say, hey, like, have you been to the doctor? What's going on? Are you mentally okay? Right? How are you feeling? And, I'm definitely gonna encourage him, especially if we don't live in the same city. I'm gonna encourage him to, like, let's start back eating clean. Let's start back exercising. And, we can challenge each other even from a distance, right? Kind of a little bit harder to hold him accountable, but I think that it when we make it a together thing, a we thing, it doesn't make the person feel like they're overweight
Being judged.
or not good enough, right? Good enough for you or judged. However, I know there was an acquaintance that he doesn't want. He says he knows he's a little fluffy, right? But he says that he doesn't want his woman or a woman to mention going to the gym or eating clean to him. He said when he feels like it, he'll do it. And I'm like, why take it personal? Why not take it that somebody cares enough for you to work with you, to
Right.
encourage you to, to work out or to exercise. So I think that I do believe that people do it when they're ready. And I think sometimes that when people make the comment that he made, that it is because he or she's not ready, right? That maybe they aren't ready or they feel offended for whatever reason. So yeah. That's my feel on
Yeah.
that. So yeah, I definitely agree with you making it a together thing for sure.
Yeah. Like for me, like I would love it if my woman was like, let's go to the gym together. Like let's have fun. Let's make it a fun thing. Like let's
Hmm.
make it to the together thing.
Right.
Because I'll be real. Like for me, I know that as much on the go as I stay, I do not eat
Hmm.
healthy. I'm not a
Right.
healthy either.
Right.
I'll be the first to admit it. Like I'm a
Hmm.
junk food junkie.
Ah.
So with that being said, what I do is on Saturday mornings, a lot of the times, I'm up at like 6 a.m. or
Hmm.
5 a.m., 6 a.m., and I'm
Hmm.
heading to the gym.
Right. Right.
I'm getting about 2 miles in while I'm headed to the gym
Hmm.
because of the simple fact of I'm like, okay, if I'm gonna eat unhealthy, at least let me make some smart decisions somewhere in there to where I'm
Hmm.
taking care of my body. Now, let me
Right.
be honest. Here lately, I have not done that like I should because
Hmm.
life been lifing, and I've
Hmm.
been having other things going on Saturdays. But
Hmm.
trust and believe me, I'm gonna get back into that
Right.
habit because
Yeah.
I feel better when I do that.
For
Literally, I do.
sure. Hmm. Yep. I agree. I do too.
And it's like I can tell when I haven't.
Hmm.
All
Yep.
right. All right. So I'll go with the next question. Next question that we got is, what are some fun things to do to motivate your partner? I think we kind of talked about that a little bit.
Yeah, we kind of did. Like you said, make it fun. In the summer, go swimming. In the summer or whatever, go for walks, right? You can go find hikes. Yeah, I have an acquaintance who every year, her and her husband, they find different, they do hikes where they can look for different waterfalls. They try to find a different waterfall every year. So, I mean, that's kind of fun, right? So, hiking, walking, if you have pets, walk the dogs, go find different trails, nature trails to go to, ride bikes with your kids. There's plenty to do that doesn't have to always just seem like it's a hardcore workout, but do some cardiovascular stuff that keeps your heart pumping, right? Get you some miles in, whether you're biking or jogging or walking or whatever the case may be. So yeah, I think there's different ways to make it fun. Eating clean, or let's challenge each other. Like,
Hmm.
who can go all week without eating any sweets, or who can go all week and drink only water, or let's go so long without eating pork. One of my best friends, she and her guy are not eating pork. I don't know, I can't remember the time frame, but they're going through that phase, you know what I'm saying, of no pork. Me and Ava, we said no sweets, so we haven't been eating any sweets, and that started last week, and this week we've added on no fast food. So we are going. That's only going to say that's going to save us money. Plus, I feel like we'll see a difference, right? So the no
Y'all pray
sweet,
for me on that. The fast food. Mm.
the sweets hasn't been as hard. And my dean has the best chocolate in the office, and I thought it was going to be challenging, but I made my mind up. I haven't had any. Today we had lunch, and they had these wonderful looking brownies, and I was like, but I kept saying, so how are they? Are they good? Like, I could just taste it while they was talking, and I did not eat one, so that was really really good. That was good. So I'm rocking on that. Sunday, Monday, no fast food. Gonna go through the week. I feel I can go a week without doing something. I can go 2 weeks. I can go 3 weeks. Right. So
Right,
I
right.
think those are ways. Challenge each other to do things, but you got to be willing. It's a mind thing, right? I
Yeah.
think the stronger you are mentally, the
The
more
better.
up to challenges you are.
Like another thing you could do is if both of y'all like sports or
Mm-hmm.
something like that, maybe like go to the gym one day and be like, let's have like a little half court shootout,
Right.
like
Yep.
play 21.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So
That's
it's like
true.
just fun things.
Yeah, there are. There are. How can you encourage your partner without making him or her feel like you are putting her down? We kind of
Uh,
talked about that too, but yeah.
yeah, definitely did. We done talked about a lot of these before we even
Mm-hmm.
got to. That's how you
Mm-hmm.
know our conversation is good. But for me, the way that you could do it is be like, you don't have to be like, babe, you're getting fat. Like,
Mm-hmm.
you
No,
know, or like be like showing her a photo of somebody that is skinny and be like, why can't you look like this?
no. And don't be sitting beside your girl and be like,
You eating that again?
how you weigh less than me and your thighs are bigger than mine? Don't say
But
no mess like that. Women are built differently for a reason. For a
come on.
reason. Because then you may get a comeback. Like, my thighs may be big, but your stomach is big, right? So then
Oh
it's not
man.
fun, right? So you hurt people, you hurt each other's feelings. So
Right.
definitely you can encourage your partner without making her feel, uh, I'm telling you, it definitely will. You can definitely encourage your partner without making him or her feel like you are putting them down. That is super true. Super true. Super true. Okay, next question.
All right. So the next one we got for y'all as far as the question, because we got a little fun segment that we're gonna do tonight too. So the next question that we got is okay. Are fit men better in bed?
Hmm. Um, I, my friends always tell me I don't have a type, and when I was reading up on that, are fit men better in bed? I don't think it's about someone being fit or not, more so than um this could go in 20,000 different ways. I don't think that it's more so the size as far as their body shape. I mean, endurance may be better if they're fit, right? And then two, I could be uh, assuming, right? But endurance may be better. And I think that kind of sums it up. But I don't think it's a matter of the performance, the actual act of it, right? So when I was reading it, it was just saying it's pretty much said that the endurance may be longer for a more fit man versus a not so fit man. But again, I don't know if it's true research that says that. So I don't think that is. I don't think we can really say. I don't think we can say are fit men better in bed than a non-fit man. I mean, what about a woman? Is a fit woman better in bed than a non-fit woman? I mean, what are we basing this off of? Endurance, how long he or she can go, who gets tired the fastest? Like, what? What
It
are we really
depends
basing off
on
of?
it depends on what your preference is.
Yeah,
It's
I think so too.
it's just
Yes.
what your preference is.
Yep. I think so too.
It's like,
Um,
yeah,
Go
it
ahead.
just depends. It just depends on what you like.
Yeah, yeah, I think so too. What if a woman keeps saying it's easier for you as a man to lose weight?
Uh, I think sometimes it is easier for men. I really believe that because I can honestly say there was one time that when I was younger, I was out with a couple of my cousins and I was out
Mm-hmm.
eating and at my favorite restaurant. Shout out to Old Charlie's. I was out
Mm-hmm.
there eating, and literally, I was on roll number 4 or 5, and my cousin just looked at me. She's like, "You made me sick." I'm like, "What?" And she's like, "I look at a roll and I gain about 10 or 12 pounds. You eating four
Mm-hmm.
or five, and
Mm-hmm.
you ain't gaining nothing. You make me sick."
Mm-hmm.
So I think so too. I think that a
Yeah.
lot of times it is easier for men.
Yeah, I think that men definitely drop it faster, but they do plateau sometimes for a longer time frame than women do, where women can kind of be more consistent for a longer period of time. But I do think it is, and I think that's just all about the makeup. Yeah, I think that's all about the man's makeup
Yeah,
a
I
lot.
believe that. I believe
Hmm.
that.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. So next question that we got before we get into this, what female body shape do men prefer? For me, it depends. It depends. Like I'm not gonna say, I'm not gonna sit there and speak for all men. It just depends on what their preference is. Like some men might like s- short and petite.
Mm-hmm.
Some men might like tall.
Mm-hmm.
Some men might like a little thick, and some men might not.
So,
It just depends.
yeah, yeah, I agree. So you have the hourglass body shape, you got the oval body shape, you got the spoon body shape, an inverted triangle, a rectangle, a spoon, pear body shape, diamond body shape, athletic body shape, the apple. So, you always hear people talk about the hourglass, the pear shape, the athletic shape, the oval, and the
But there's so
apple.
many.
Huh?
There's so many.
There's so many. So those are the ones I think that you hear mostly about. But again, I agree with you. I think it just depends on the man's preference, on what he likes. I mean, a lot of women want that hourglass shape, right? But some people aren't that, and some people's body is just not made up to be that. So I think it's per person. What when you see a woman, like what shapes attract you first, James?
See, I was ignoring that question because it was put in the comments. It was put in the
Oh, I didn't
comments.
even see it. Good job.
Oh,
Good job.
ooh, y'all petty. Y'all petty. Because, look, see them put that in the comments before you even asked that. Okay, for me, I like a woman. First thing that's gonna attract me to a woman is a smile.
We talking about body shapes.
For me, the shape of the body doesn't matter. For
Hmm.
me,
Mm-hmm.
I am more attracted to your personality and what you look like on the inside. Now, don't
Mm-hmm.
get me wrong. You gotta be looking good on the outside too. Do not get me wrong. I gotta be attracted to you on the outside.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But I am more of a guy that I'm gonna pay attention to the way that you act. And if we gel together, if I can be my crazy self around you and like you get my little lame jokes, then I'm
Mm-hmm.
automatically gonna be attracted to you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And the reason why I say that like I really don't have like a type per se is
Mm-hmm.
because if I was to say that, then I would be lying.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I've dated some that was the hourglass shape. I've dated some that was the BBD shape, the Belle Biv
Mm-hmm.
DeVoe shape. I've dated some that was the athletic shape. However, it just depends on, for me, like it depends on how we gel together. If we
Right.
gelling together, yo, you got me. I'm not concerned
Right.
about the shape if we gelling together.
Right.
So, what about you, Tempest? What about you? Since they didn't put me in a hot seat, I'm about to do it to you. Come on.
Well, my all of my girlfriends can tell you, my closest ones know that I don't really have a type, but I can say that I like, one would say, the inverted triangle. So that would be the men that kind of have the nicely broad shoulders, nice arms and kind of slender around the waist. But I see that. I like it, but that doesn't mean that I have to have it. That's the only type of man that I'm gonna date. Because I've dated short, tall, big, small, muscular, bald, dread, dark, light, darn near white. So,
Not darn near
I'll
white,
do
sis.
I
Not darn near white.
darn near white. So I'm pretty open. To dating. Shape size. I like you seriously. A good person, good heart. Of course, when I see you, I just need to be attracted to you, and you could be anything that I just listed. You know what I'm saying? So I'm pretty open when it comes to that. I do prefer my black men, but
Yeah. Same with me with the black woman. Like, I definitely prefer that. All right. So, your question. It's your
should
turn to ask.
should a man who is out of shape expect his woman to be in shape?
Now, it depends on if he's willing to work on being in shape himself.
Right. Right.
Now, you can't expect your woman to be in shape if you ain't in shape.
Mhm. Mhm.
Now, there's a lot of men that let's let's be real. You can take that a million different ways. There's a lot of men that's living on champagne budget, but got beer, living on a champagne lifestyle, but got beer budgets.
Right. Right. Right.
Like that. Let's keep it real. Like no,
Yeah. Yeah. Um. So I mean, as far as me, no, I don't think that he should expect that. Like, how are you sitting over there looking like a couch potato, but you want me to be looking like an
Halle Berry.
hourglass? Yeah, like, no, baby, it's not the type of world. Like, let's get out here and do this together. I think that it becomes like almost body shaming in a way. If your partner is making you feel some kind of way or has these high expectations of you, but don't have them of himself. Like, no, that's not what we're doing here. Um, so yeah, so that is my thought. Like, body shaming, body image, body positivity. That is Lizzo has made that very
Popular.
loud, yes. And I do think that these children go through body shaming. And I can't even say just children, adults go through body shaming, right? And, people making fun of people because of their size or their shape, whether they're big or small or in between, you know what I'm saying? But I think that and this is what I was telling about my daughter. I don't like to hear, we all maybe talk or say something about somebody. Oh, look how she walking or something, but and none of it is okay. However, to just sit up and talk about people, like I was telling my daughter, to me that becomes a reflection upon you.
Come on.
Like, are you ashamed of yourself? What is it about you that you don't like that you're sitting up here body shaming somebody else? Don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Body image is such a big deal these days. People want to be small. People want to have full lips. People want to have certain eye colors. People want to have big bottoms or big hips or big boobs. And I remember when my daughter was, coming into puberty, and I will never forget this. And she said, um, "Mommy," and I was like, "What is it?" She's like, you and my daddy cursed me." And I said, "How?" She was like, "I have my daddy's lips and I have your backside." Of course, she didn't say backside, but she was like, "Your butt." And I was like, "Ava," I was like, "When you become old enough,
You gonna
trust me,
love
you
that.
are going to appreciate all of that. People are paying for what you are naturally blessed with." Now, fast forward, 16 years old, baby girl, love them lips, shine, gloss, looking good, shape is beautiful, loves the skin that she's in, which I have always taught her to love the skin that she's in, right? And I understand that we all want to look better and do better, but do it for yourself. Don't do it because of that, because of what society is putting out there. You know what I'm saying? So I think that it's important to teach our children, teach our friends, teach each other body positivity, right? Because this is the body God gave us. If we want to put it on a spiritual note, this is the body that God gave us. God has allowed us to borrow this body that we're in, right? So, being that we have borrowed this body, He expects us to take care of it. If we want to be more technical, should we get piercings? Should we get tattoos? Should we get any of those things? No, we shouldn't let ourselves get out of shape and out of proportion, right? We shouldn't mark up or scar up our bodies. It's so much to it. So what I've always said is, if you love the skin that you're in, or to love the skin that you're in, embrace who you are. We are all created in God's image, right? And be appreciative. That doesn't mean that you need to go out and abuse the body you're in. No, God doesn't want us to be obese, or He doesn't want us to be too skinny. He wants us to be healthy. You know what
Healthy.
I'm saying? And He wants us to make sure internally, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually that we are healthy. So, to me, body positivity is not just that physical, but also the mental, emotional, and the spiritual that goes behind it. Sorry, I kind of went on a rant there.
No, you good. That rant was needed. That was needed. So I definitely agree with you on that. I definitely agree with you on that 1000%. So now, I think that was the last question we had on
Yeah,
there.
it was.
All right. So now I was watching Baby Boy on the other night.
Wait, wait,
And
wait. Before you finish, let me read this really quick. I found what I was looking for.
go on
Uh,
ahead.
One study from California, San Diego, found that men who work out at least 60 minutes in the gym per week reported that not only were their orgasms more intense and they could last longer, but they slept with more people because of their newfound confidence. So men that are physically fit and work out at least 60 minutes in the gym per week. Only 60 minutes per week in the gym. Those are the studies that's the founding. That's a study. And in most cases, men have leaner muscles than women, which makes it easier for them to lose weight more quickly. Men want to lift and women want to do cardio. So encourage her to go with you to the gym. She can do what she is comfortable doing, even if it's mostly cardio. So that was the answer to those two questions about the bedroom activity and then about men losing weight. They do quicker than women. So I wanted to give you all that.
I agree with that.
Andrea said, "Oh Lord, sorry, Andrea. This is what we do over here. Sorry, sorry,
Look, we
sorry."
keep it real. We keep it real over here. We giving y'all. Look, if y'all not wanting that realness, do not tune in to Real Talk Monday because we're gonna give you the godly aspect of things, but we're gonna have these discussions that you're having. We're
Okay,
gonna
good.
have these discussions that you're having at home too. So,
Okay,
like,
good,
we're gonna keep
Andrea.
it real.
I didn't want to offend anybody, so that's not what I'm trying to do. Thank you for
No,
saying that, Andrea.
all right, all
Okay,
right,
so go ahead with your thing. We're
all
gonna just do
right.
a little. We're gonna do a little pivot right now.
Yeah, we pivoting just a little bit. So I was watching Baby Boy, and as I was watching it, I ended up coming away with a different aspect of things and a different viewpoint on things. You know, a lot of times when we're watching Baby Boy, Tay Diggs' character normally gets a bad rep, aka Jody. Normally he gets a bad rep because of the simple fact of he everybody looks at him as a scrub in a lot of ways.
Mhm.
However, after watching it this time, uh, Tyrese, thank you, Tyrese, not Tay Diggs, Tyrese. So, but after watching it this time, I came away with a different viewpoint on it because let's be real, that wasn't. Hey, even though I love Taraji P. Henson, that wasn't doing everything she's supposed to be doing either. So, what you think, sis? Who would you say was the
I don't know if villain
villain?
is the right word. I was asking my coworker, I was asking my person, we were talking about it, and because I haven't watched the movie in a long time, and so I do remember Jody being, he was kind of whack, coming out
But
of prison, coming out of prison, not doing everything he's supposed to, driving her car, not, it was like he was a spoiled brat. He was a mama's boy, right? Like that's kind of how he was acting. Now was Yvette just absolutely wrong about how she handled some things? Not absolutely wrong. Could she have handled some things a little bit better from what I recall? Yeah, maybe so.
okay,
But I also believe people treat you the way that you allow them to treat you.
boom, I agree with that. But we gotta be real. Yvette had it. Yvette had was on the phone with another dude while she in the house with Tyrese.
But they
You,
wasn't together. She would just give him a place to stay. They wasn't back together, I didn't think.
they was Tyrese and her was still together.
Oh,
Now,
well.
now, Yvette was sitting here talking on the phone to this dude that's in jail. When the
Mhm.
dude comes out of jail, Yvette is letting this dude stay in her house. What? Around her son. What?
Are you
No.
sure they weren't broke up?
I'm
I can't
positive.
remember.
I'm positive because I will admit Jody was doing his dirt too because
Right.
Jody was messing with a lot of her co-workers around
Oh,
that
right. I remember
time,
that. I remember that.
and he was driving around in her car. I will give him that, but we gotta be real about it. Like was doing some foul stuff.
So I don't know that, like I said, I don't know that we can say that there was a villain more so than there was a lack of maturity, and they both could have handled the situations better. Uh, what Corey said, man, she had a whole ninja in the house, fresh out of jail, around they son, smoking weed and being negative in front of the child.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Like
Thank
I said,
you.
I can't remember the movie. I ain't seen it in years. I can't remember all the details. Okay.
Yes, he was
Well, like I
dead
said, I'm
wrong.
not I'm not for one more than the other. I just said I felt like they both could have handled the situations better, for sure.
Hold on.
Angel said no, they were broken up or had a fight, and she thought Jody was going to be at the door, and it was her ex.
Now, okay. Now I do remember that. I do remember that. But however, she had told her ex that he could stay there. But no. So like in all honesty, like I feel like both of them was wrong. I will give you that.
Mm-hmm.
But I will say that I put a little more of the blame on Yvette than I do Jody. Because I'm not saying that Jody was all the way right, because he was a mama's boy. He was doing, he didn't know what he wanted. So I will give him that. But in my honest opinion, I think that like Jody was wrong and so was Yvette, but what I loved about it, the end of the movie, was they did finally get it together. So I will
Mm-hmm.
give them that.
Mm-hmm.
So going back on the topic, what we was talking about on the night, basically, if you're wanting a fit woman or a fit man, then you got to know how to motivate them. You got to know how to talk to them, and you got to know how to help them become what you are wanting. And on top of that, before anything else, they have to want it for themselves.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. This is true. This is true. We got about 15 minutes. I think we can maybe talk about something
Let's
um,
do it.
that may not, I don't think it will. I think we could probably handle talking about it in this amount of time. So, there's this whole thing with, going around about she's good enough to be a baby mama, but not a wife.
Oh, yep. That was one of our topics that we was
That
working
was,
on.
I think that it would be, I think it may be a 30-minute topic, kind of like this last one was. And I know we
Hmm.
got 15 minutes,
Yeah, we can make
but
that work.
I think that I want to know what you think about that. She's good enough to be baby mama wife. And of course, I love Ashanti. I love Nelly. So this is kind of where this conversation is coming up at. Now, how do you all feel about that? When people say she's good enough to be baby mama but not wife. How do you feel about that, James?
For me, I feel like a lot of times now we have glorified being the baby mama. We have
Mm-hmm.
glorified being the baby daddy. We
Mm-hmm.
have spent so much time doing gender reveals and baby showers that we have forgotten about marriage. We have
Mm-hmm.
forgotten about what, it ain't everybody's end goal, but what should be a lot of people's end goal, which is marriage. Because
Mm-hmm.
let's be real and let's be all the way 100. We're gonna keep it real on Real Talk Monday. If the man dies or the woman dies, guess what? If you ain't married to him, guess what? You don't get a thing.
Mm-hmm.
So it's
Yeah.
like
Go ahead.
it's just basically like you gotta, why settle for less when you are deemed for the best? Like, let's be real. Ashanti is drop dead gorgeous. And this ain't even Ashanti only. There's many celebrities that are that are okay more with being baby mama
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
than being a wife.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I think that plus you don't have to sleep with everyone you date. In my opinion, no, that is a fact. That is a
Come
fact.
on.
Me and my daughter was talking about that the other day. No, you do not. Absolutely do not have to sleep with everybody that you date. So when I hear she's good enough to be baby mama but not wife, I don't think that's always the case. I do know that um so let me say this about Ashanti and Nelly. I know that they had a love story before, right? And I do believe they have some type of strong, passionate love for each other. I hope and pray that Nelly does marry her. I do. I really do.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have faith and believe that. And unfortunately, so many of us do or have done it the wrong way. I can say for me that definitely was my intention, but like my parents say, when you play with fire, you get burned. You know what I'm saying? So things happen. Definitely wasn't going to be two times for me, one, and that's it, right? So I hope, I do believe that you know. Do I think that every time people are intimate with each other, they go into it with thinking that they're gonna have a baby with this person? I don't, but you definitely know you need to protect yourself because you know that that is a possibility. You know what I'm saying? So, um, I don't like to hear people say that. I hope no woman is walking around feeling like that they're good enough to be the baby mama. James, oh, good enough to be baby mama, but not good enough to be the wife.
wifey.
I hope that, I know that that has happened. It's reality, but at the end of the day, I feel them. If I'm good enough to be your baby mama, why am I not good enough to marry? You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah. But I
um,
think a lot of times it's mindset too. Mindset too. Like if the woman is going in there with that mind, let me keep it real from a fella standpoint. If boom, BJ just hit it, just hit what I was about to say. Sometimes it's how she carries herself. If I meet you and you up here and you are not disclosing wifey material type things, then trust and believe me, you being my wife is the last thing that I am thinking
mhm.
about. Now, now, if I meet you and that's how you acting, then that's how I'm gonna treat you. You can't be mad at me for treating you how you are acting. However, if I meet you and you have standards for yourself and you are telling me, look, we ain't dating, and when you come to pick me up, you got to open a car for me, door for me, you got to pull out my seat, you got to do this, you got to do that. If you are telling me these things, then guess what? That's making me see you like, oh, I can't run game on her. I can't do her like I do everybody else. She's different. I got to change the way that I react to her because she is showing me that she is not the regular degular.
So let me say this, Andrea,
Oh,
you said it. Why sleep with her if she doesn't carry herself well? Not just that, but why sleep with her unprotected? If she's carrying herself in a way that you know she ain't gonna be your wife, but you just want to smash, Negro, where's your condom? Where your condom? And her too, she should too. Make sure that he is protected. That is a fact. That is a fact. So yeah, all the stuff that you said, all the stuff that BJ says, I agree. However, it's not just the woman's job to protect the situation. The man should be protecting as well. So yes, if you don't see me as wifey material, why you want to sleep with me anyway? Because you just want what you want. If that's the case, then you need to make sure you got your condom. Okay. And yeah, some women can carry themselves like a wife, and men still are gonna try. They're still gonna shoot your shot. So if it's up, so if it's me and my person, we had this conversation. If it's up to the woman to make, it's up to the woman. I think he was saying the woman is the one who decides on whether you all are going to sleep together or not. Okay, because if not, it's going to be for sex, right? So if I'm allowing it to move forward, then I obviously want the same thing, which may be true. There's some women out there that just want to get their rocks off too. Excuse me for the language, and be fine. And if that's what they want, fine. But again, protect yourself so there won't be a baby. Okay, protect yourself. So,
I
um,
agree with that. I would agree with
I
that.
yeah. I mean, that's pretty much it. So some changes after she thinks she got you.
Yes, and
Uh,
they do. They will present themselves like where a lot of guys mess up and where a lot of women mess up is we will tell the person what we are expecting, what we want in a wife or what we want in a husband. So what that person is doing at that point is within those first 30 days, you are not meeting that person, you meeting that person's representative. They are showing you their best effort. They are gonna put their best effort forward. Like for example, if I'm applying for a job and I get the job, guess what? I'm gonna do everything that job is telling me to do those first few months just until I know that I'm off of probation. If I really want that job and I want to stay at that job, and guess what? I'm gonna keep doing what I have to do to stay there. But if I'm not really caring, if it's just a paycheck for me, then guess what? I'm gonna start acting as if it's just a paycheck, and I'm gonna start changing up once I think that I have what I want. And that's how a lot of women act sometimes. They
So
will
men
change up.
do it too.
We do, we do,
Men
we
do it.
do.
I mean, I've had a man say, "Well, I didn't want to say too much, too fast, and push you away, or turn you off. You know, I didn't know how fast this was going to go, or that I was going to feel this way. So, you know, they wait to be super honest, right? They wait to be tell the truth. When I'm one of them women, I lay it all out on the front line, lay all my cards out on the table. This is me, the same person you met 9 months ago is who you talking to today. Ain't much change. Now I'm probably a little bit more bolder by way. If you make me mad, I'm gonna tell you a little quicker. But as far as keeping it real, that's just me. So
Yeah,
yeah, you know, we men do it too. Men do it too. Men do it too. Men do that too. They switch it up or decide to tell the
yeah.
whole truth after you done fell for them, and then I'm like, damn, I'm in this. Sorry, said part
We
of it.
good, we good.
Like, dang, I done started liking you, and now you telling me this. Like, then I gotta decide. Don't choose for me. Let me choose if I want to stay with you or work with you through these situations. You know what I'm saying? Don't choose for me.
Right.
So yeah, men do it
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, we do. We do. Because and a lot of times, let me be real. Let me be real as well. A lot of times a man, if we think that we can't have you, I'm not even gonna say men, little boys. If we think that we can't have you, if you are playing hard to get, guess what? That's gonna make us work even. That's gonna make a little boy work even harder because of the simple fact of you making it hard for him to get you. But then once he got you, he gonna turn into Martin Lawrence's character off of Thin Line Between Love and Hate. He's gonna he's gonna play you to the point to where like, yo, it was just a chase for me. I wasn't really trying to be in no relationship with you. And I heard Andrea say men too. No, men don't do that. Men are gonna be honest. We gotta keep it
No,
up front.
I mean, what is a man, right? Like, what
A
do we
man is
consider a man?
somebody
I
that's
mean,
gonna be real, that's gonna keep it
yeah,
real, that's
but
gonna be
even
all the way right with you.
I think even men who, and I won't, so let me say this: men have their own set of insecurities and challenges. A man that is maybe intimidated, or a man that maybe is fearful of losing you, or a man that's not sure because they've had bad experiences with women in the past, they're guarded. So they're going to go into a situation slowly, not tell too much too fast, give a little bit of time because they're trying to fill you out, rightfully so. But don't let it get too far down the line before you reveal all the truths. You know what I'm saying? So I understand being guarded and being cautious because you've been hurt or disappointed, in the past. But men definitely do it too. They do for their own reasons, right? Whether, like, again, repeat, whether it's because they've been hurt or disappointed, they do it too. They do it too.
I would agree with that. I would agree. I would agree. So this was a good episode. We got about three topics in one. Look, this is good. This is good. This is
Right,
good.
right.
Look, we starting off 2024 with a bang. So y'all get ready. I promise y'all, 2024, Real Talk Monday is just gonna continue to grow. We're gonna continue to grow and get even better as time goes on. There might even be Look, y'all never know. We might pop up and do a live show on y'all sometime. You never know.
Mhm.
You never know. But look, just be prepared because I've already got a glimpse of what God is about to do in 2024 with We'll Talk Monday, with all the shows that I do, and I'm excited. All we gotta do is stay consistent and keep Him first, and I promise you, the sky is the limit. So we appreciate you all walking with us tonight. Please stay tuned next week. We will have our technical difficulties worked out. If you tune in to Instagram Live, we will be dropping this same show on Instagram on we will be dropping this same show on Instagram around 10 o'clock p.m. on the Will Talk Monday Instagram page. So definitely tune in to that. And thank you all for rocking with us. Thank y'all for supporting us. Thank you. Thank you. And tune in next week. We have another great show planned for you. Daisy will be on with me next week. We are excited about that. And we can't wait. So, as I always say before I turn it over to Tevis, sometimes our disappointments are nothing more than God's appointments, meaning some things that we look at as bad, God is only turning it around for our good. Stay blessed, and be a blessing to someone else. Peace. Tevis.
Thanks again, everybody, for joining. I will continue to try to remember to send out invites. You guys are more than welcome. Please like and share. Always remember, my goal is always to allow my words and actions to minister grace and love to all those I come in contact with. I pray that each of you have a blessed and prosperous New Year's. And I will see you in a couple weeks, but make sure you tune in next Monday with James and Daisy for another great topic. Have a great week.
See y'all. Peace. Love y'all.